Welcome to Riverbend Talon on WBGZ. Brought to you by the Halpin Music Company.
Also brought to you by Matt Van Voorhis of Everything.
Of everything.
I'm not wearing headphones, so I don't even know if you're on.
I am on.
Okay.
Matt Van Voorhis is everywhere.
Yeah.
And he is everything. So, yeah, there you go. He's sponsors the show and wants us to brag on other companies usually. So let's mention one. How about the Smart Choice Auto?
Okay.
There you go.
Coming up tonight, we're talking Jama for Jama.
Yeah. We had
The Jama in pajamas.
we had Peanut and Special Ed on with us. We interviewed him a couple weeks ago.
His name wasn't Special Ed.
I believe that's what he wanted to be called.
Okay, I'm just checking because it's usually fake news coming from you.
It usually is, but I think this one might be real. I kind of remember those two names because they were funny, Peanut and Special Ed.
Ed Fashioner?
Yeah. That is
From the Backyard Blues Band, and they're going to be talking about a benefit coming up not this weekend, but next Saturday.
Yep.
And good cause, 7 bands.
7 bands, and as you say, a good cause to help good people.
Help Jama McPeak, who has been through a whole lot with this big C word, and still fighting it.
Yeah.
And,
Strong.
if you fight as long as they have, eventually you're going to run out of funding. Not like the government.
It's not an endless supply, man. I mean,
right.
At least not for me. So it's going to be a great night, good times, and all done in the name of a good cause. We're going to find out all about that coming up.
Right on. I'll tell you right now, the Sea Shanty Sing-Along already underway down at Morrison's Irish Pub on a Thursday night. Later tonight, about 9 o'clock, the Ragin Cajun with their open mic, and Jay and Waylon getting underway at about 7 o'clock at Fast Eddie's in Alton tonight.
Then we got Boomslang down at the Doit's Village Inn in Pontoon Beach getting kicked off at 7:30 this evening. And then Mo Pleasure is at Patrick's right down the road in Granite City. They're starting at 6 p.m. this evening.
Why are you so soft-spoken tonight?
I'm kind of away from the mic. And
are your headphones, cranked up?
Maybe that's what it is. Let me turn them down a little bit.
You've
Maybe
never
I got them
worn-
cranked up a little. There we go.
You don't wear headphones very often.
I put some on tonight, and I had them cranked up really loud. What else we got? We got Danny Callagher. He's at the Prairie Inn in Dorsey, 6 to 9 p.m. this evening. Shotgun Creek is at Silver Creek Saloon in Belleville, 7 to 10 p.m.
And Mike Judy presents Drugs. That's the abbreviation.
Destroy, rebuild, until God shows.
Yeah, I'm not
Drugs.
familiar with them.
$25 at the door, and that's at the Old Rock House. And I reached out to Mike Judy. Haven't heard back from him yet, but tried to get him on the show. He's doing a lot of stuff. He's always got 3 or 4 shows going on, it seems like.
Yeah, lots of Tuesdays and Wednesdays and middle of the week stuff I've seen lately, but Thursday night and some weekend shows coming up.
Yeah.
Also, don't forget about Experience Live Music Row down there in Belleville going on once again on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday night.
There you go, man. It's quite the event they have going on down there. I wish them the best of luck to continue that. So that concludes our Thursday evening.
And we got that in 5 minutes.
We didn't jack around.
We're not jacking around tonight. We're so serious.
Down to business is what we are.
We are serious.
Well, I don't know.
Come on, just tell some joke that's already been told 1,000 times, and
You hear the one about that traveling salesman who broke down, tried to stay with a farmer, and the farmer said, "Well, we don't have a whole lot of room, so you got to room up with my son." And the traveling salesman said, "I'm in the wrong joke."
I stopped after traveling salesman broke down because he's not a traveling salesman no more. He's a broke down salesman. Right?
I was you said tell a joke that's been told a bunch, so I did my best.
I think that was my joke. That last part, right? Yours was stolen, I'm sure.
Oh, man.
Where'd you get that one from?
Henny Youngman.
Oh, all right. I love it when you give him props.
Right?
That dude could rap off some jokes.
Henny Youngman was a hilarious man.
Yeah.
That's why as soon as you said tell a joke that's already been told, I'm like, well, let's go way back here.
Yeah, I like it. So the kids had never heard that one, I'm sure. Hey, Friday night down at Germania Brew House, they have refired up that open mic they used to do all the time.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a cool thing.
Heck yeah. Look, we got a lot of open mic nights in this area, and with all the musicians in the area, you need it.
They're doing 6:30 on Friday night.
Excellent.
For a limited time, possibly.
Who knows? It's a seasonal thing down there. Yeah. It's like the McRib. You don't know how long it's going to be around.
The Lodge has been doing Friday night shows.
Yeah, and they got Paul Light and Mike Hammond coming this Friday evening,
That's
7 to 10 p.m. at the Lodge at Lovejoy.
Yeah.
And
we should specify, because there's lots of lodges around here.
There is.
There's Masonics Lodge. There's
the Water Buffalo Lodge.
Water Buffalo Lodge.
What else we got? We got live Irish music at Morrison's Irish Pub on Friday evening.
All weekend.
Is that who it is? Okay.
It's all the time, yeah.
All right.
Very seldom do they post who. We know it's the sea shanties tonight, though.
Yeah.
Always.
We got on Friday evening, the Hideous Gentlemen are going to be down at the Conservatory. They'll start at 8 p.m. and they're going to go until 11 down there. Of course, there's always pianos going on at the Ragin, Cajun, unless there's like an open mic night. So that's Friday evening, 9 p.m. at the Ragin Cajun. They get the pianos kicked off.
Also on Friday night, Whiskey Dixon, 7:30 to 11:30 at Fast Eddie's in Alton, and Hale Williams doing the VFW from 7 to 11. Speaking of the VFW.
Yeah.
So Borderline added a second show.
For the dance, for the
Right.
the 90s line dance. Yeah.
Coming up, right?
Yep.
And guess what?
Sold out.
Sold it out, too.
Sold
them both out.
I think it has a lot to do with the fact we had them on the show.
Well, I guarantee that. I mean, people heard that there was going to be a line dance mosh pit.
Did we say that?
I'm pretty sure we did.
Well, that sounds like something we would say. Well, good for them, though. I knew when they sold out the first one that they were probably going to have to do it again. I didn't know how soon, but I figured they'd be doing it again. Already sold out the second one. Good for them.
Partly sunny on Friday, but a blue mist at Baker's and Hale and Godfrey from 7 to 11. Right? Mr.
Nice.
Pat Liston.
Nice.
Yeah. If you didn't catch that reference, go out there and catch him doing that number with his acoustic guitar. You'll never forget it.
You know it, man. You know it.
Yeah.
Also, Roland Overmeyer is at the Moose in Wood River on Friday evening. He'll get kicked off at 6 p.m. And then we got the Mardi Gras with Shotgun Creek down at Doit's Village Inn, getting the Mardi Gras party started at 8:30 p.m. and going till after midnight. And we had them on, what was it, last week?
Oh, man, and that video exploded, just like the Borderline. And appreciate everybody, man, that's watching the videos and subscribing. We are flying through the 300s now. So
Nice.
It's cool to see, because we don't ask for that, and just to see it happen naturally is pretty cool.
Don't forget to like us and subscribe. We say that all the time. Like, that's my mantra. I say it to strangers on the road.
I know you do.
They usually unfriend me right there on the streets.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you want to check out that,
you can do that. I mean,
unfriend.
From your Google glasses. Right? You just blink and they're gone.
Oh man! So that if you want to see that video, go to the YouTube page cottonmouth.org
or go to the website cottonmouth.org.
Yeah, there you go. And
where you can find this list.
You can find this list, but the video for Shotgun Creek, it's a pretty neat bunch of guys there. So
I think we went over 200 on that one.
Nice.
I didn't really pay attention, but it was on fire. That's for sure.
It's no 186,000 like the Borderline.
No. 2 sold out shows by
2 sold out shows. There you go.
We will take credit for that.
Teasing.
Since we're taking credit for
right,
everything.
We're going to take
first
credit
time.
for all their stuff. Borderline only exists because of us.
Oh, we're so lucky to have all this talent.
I
around
know.
The river bend. I mean,
Oh,
and
yeah.
we talk about it, the variety of things to do. like Rocker Box.
Oh, Rocker Box.
8 p.m. at Patrick's in Granite City on Friday.
There you go. That's rock-er-box if you're trying to find them on, I don't know, anywhere.
Yeah, I don't even know if that works.
I don't know either.
I think
but
comes up pretty easy.
you can find them at Patrick's Friday evening, 8 p.m.
American Originals. How about
Yeah,
that?
there you
That's
go.
an original one.
And they're at the Elks.
Right.
Is that a lodge?
I don't know. Probably.
It might be the Elks
I'm
Lodge.
sure it is. It's like the Moose Lodge.
Or the Water Buffalo, as we said.
But not the lodge at Lovejoy.
That's different. That's all about printing presses.
That's true.
We got Dustin Coleman down in Granite City on Friday evening at Pavias Place, 7 to 10 p.m. Also in Granite City, Flipside Light, 7 p.m. at Moose Lodge. So there you go. We got a lot of lodges around here.
We do.
Making me feel good.
A lot of logistics to go over
A lot of logistics.
on this list. Because if we was to travel from here into Edwardsville, as we came into Edwardsville, on our right side, one of the first things we would see.
The Corner Tavern.
Yep.
That is it.
And the Skylark Brothers will be there Friday night at 7 o'clock.
Nice. There we go.
Caddy Corner. On the left side, we would see
The Wildy Theater.
the infamous Wildy Theater.
The infamous, not the famous, the infamous.
Right.
I mean, it did
Blood
get
Brothers.
hit by a couple tornadoes, I think. Yeah, Blood
Yeah.
Brothers, nice.
It did get hit by a couple of tornadoes, and
Yeah, that makes it infamous for sure.
I feel very claustrophobic when I'm on the upper deck, but that's just me. I have anxiety issues. Blood Brothers, though, there. And that is Mike Zito and Albert Castiglia.
Castiglia.
I'm sorry.
Albert Castiglia.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
Yeah, Mike
tongue wouldn't
Zito
work.
and Albert Castiglia.
And then right around the corner at Big Daddy's, Lana and Julie from 6 to 9 on Friday night.
Also in Edwardsville, Rewind is at the Recess Brewery going 7 to 10 p.m. And just down the road in Glen Carbon, Strangers Duo, 7 to 10 p.m. Friday evening at the Cabin at Judy Creek.
You know who Rewind is?
No.
That's Mayor Mike.
Oh, Mike
Pagano.
Pagano.
That's
Yeah,
right.
there you go. The
Pontoon.
mayor of Pontoon Beach.
Big Mardi Gras going down in Warden and Granite City this weekend.
Yeah.
Of course, we know everybody's going to be at Doit's probably, since Shotgun Creek was on the show.
Yeah.
We apologize to all the other venues. I mean,
we can only do so much here, but we're trying, man.
have you ever seen photos of the Mardi Gras that goes down in...
I've seen some pictures. I've never
man.
actually made it up there.
I mean, you're talking people lining both sides of the street, and just amazing for that little town to pack such a big punch on one holiday a year at least.
On Friday, Carrie Lee's going to be at the Rustic in Warden, 7 p.m.
And our buddy, Josh Grassley,
Yeah.
doing an original thing at a place a lot of the bands refer to as the Stinkhole, but it's just a joke. It's the Sinkhole.
There's no T, but it sure seems like there might be.
Everyone gets a kick out of that one. But the Divine March is Josh Grassley's band that will be playing that night with Thick Lizzy.
Nice.
You know, that's a little bit bigger than Thin Lizzy.
Right, right. I like it.
And everybody knows Barry Sullivan's blues band. It's Barry Sullivan's band. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, Barry. My boy Barry and his blues band at the Stinkhole. I like the Thick Lizzy name. That's a good one.
A couple of Nashville musicians are going to be down at Experience Live Row on Friday night. You see that? Cameron Havens and Scott Sean White. I always wonder when I see Nashville musicians in Belleville that, you know, that could be Illinois. I'm just saying, if I was from Nashville, Illinois, I'd be
saying I'm from Nashville all the time.
Why not?
Oh, man.
Right?
Oh, that's great. So there you go. That's quite
There's a
the
Nash Rambler. You ever hear that?
I owned one.
Oh, yeah?
I did. I had a 69 Nash Rambler.
Yeah?
Yeah. Traded the van with the Zappa plates on it for it, I think.
I only know it because of that song, Beep, Beep. You ever hear that song, Beep, Beep?
I don't know if I know that song.
It's a classic.
Beep, beep.
Mm-hmm.
Nash Rambler.
It's about a guy driving his Cadillac, and he keeps looking in his mirror and seeing this Nash Rambler, so he tries to, like, you know, go faster. And he just keeps hearing beep, beep.
Right.
And then eventually he pulls up next to the Cadillac and goes, "Hey, can you tell me how to get my car out of second?"
Yeah.
Classic. Beep,
It
beep.
is, man.
I can't remember who does that song.
I don't know. I have to look it up, but I definitely enjoyed having a Nash Rambler. It was a it was a fast car.
Here's a trivia question. What kind of car did All in the Family have? They mention it in the song.
Oh, the LaSalle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say there's times where they say they don't have a car in some of the early episodes.
That's true.
But yeah, they do say in the song, "Gee, our old LaSalle ran great."
Yeah. Well, maybe
those were the days.
That's probably a cover. I don't think Archie wrote that.
No. Who did write that? I don't know if I'll be able to. That's a good one. Those were the days. I can't think of who wrote that.
We're going to be talking about a benefit coming up for Jama McPeak. And a lot of people know Kenny McPeak, drummer extraordinaire for many bands. Currently the Whiskey River Band, who will be hosting the open mic Sunday night. So you can stop in and see him and then go check out the benefit coming up on the 25th. Speaking of benefits, there's a benefit for Kirby Little going down at the Conservatory on Saturday night at 7 o'clock.
Right on.
Click on the link for details.
A lot of benefits.
Be careful if you're driving.
And do not click on the link if you're driving.
Yeah. They're going to have a big Mardi Gras party, though, down at Ragin Cajun, of course, on Saturday.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Mm-hmm. I have all kinds of special stuff to go along with it.
Right. We got Naked Soul 2 to 6 p.m. and then Whiskey Dixon 7:30 at Fast Eddie's on Saturday evening.
Another big Mardi Gras party out at Third Shoot in Alton.
With the Well Hungarians.
That's right.
Nice.
9 p.m. until 1 a.m.
Whew.
And the Warehouse Project's getting back together for the Mardi Gras, going down at the Ranch House in Godfrey at 8 o'clock on Saturday.
Awesome.
It's getting tough already on Saturday to figure out what to go.
Where to go? Yeah, we barely got into Saturday, and it's already like what to do, right? Hooky, they're going to be at Baker's and Hale 7 to 11 p.m.
That's a tough one to pass over, and so is Rock Bottom, 9 o'clock at the Pump House in Wood River.
And then Kapow at the Refinery Bar in Wood River.
Man, all the good bands are like right near us.
Hey, there's a lot of them circled around, man.
Not all of them, but most.
There's a lot of them there.
Yeah. Scott Logan will be at Grafton Winery from 3 to 7. That's a good place to start your afternoon before you do all this Mardi Gras hopping.
Before you get into Mardi Gras, let's start at the winery.
All right.
Heck yeah, man. Start early and go late, man. Also, of course, we talked about it, Mardi Gras with Shotgun Creek down at Doit's Village Inn. That's going to get kicked off at 8:30 p.m. on Saturday. And again, that video, you can check it out at cottonmouth.org.
Yeah, the city of Granite City, of course, having a Mardi Gras. And big success last year.
Yeah. Yeah, it slipped my mind. I totally meant to have them back on, and I apologize to them because they did a great job with it last year, and I'm sure they're going to knock it out of the park once again.
I'm so surprised something slipped your mind. I'm just shocked.
Right.
So they got like a $10 bracelet down there with a shuttle that goes from 5 to 10 around all the venues.
Nice, yeah.
One of those venues is Patrick's, and they'll have Frankie and the House Shakers at 7 o'clock.
Sweet.
And Tegan's in Granite will have a DJ by the name of Fat Albert. Spelled with a PH.
Fat with a PH. Fat Albert.
Yeah.
Hey.
Did I have a chance to tell you the sad news about the Cottage Hills Wrestling Alliance?
No.
That they had lost their lease there in Cottage Hills.
Bummer.
So they are no longer doing weekly shows, but they've finally gotten it back together to start bouncing around and doing shows like all the other wrestling organizations do in the area.
Right.
And, man, that's a tough one for them guys, man, because they worked so hard to get to that point. And I don't know the details, but...
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Yeah. So they are going to be in Edwardsville on Saturday with a 5 o'clock, what do they call that, bell time.
Yeah,
right?
okay.
The Cottage Hills Wrestling Alliance with some action going down
at the Legion.
Right.
At the Legion, man. So yeah, it's sad to hear they lost that building. They had worked so hard to get it, and hopefully they'll find a new place and get back to their weekly gig there.
Also going on Saturday, Money Shot at Holiday Shores at Wiggler's. Blood Brothers back for the second night at the Wild E. The Hangovers right across the parking lot going to be doing the back bar in Edwardsville on Saturday. How about that name for their Pigpen for the Stagger In again?
Sud Dude. Sud Dude.
I'm going with Sud Dude.
Yeah, Sud Dude.
5 to 8 at Stagger In Edwardsville.
That's a new one.
We haven't seen yet.
Yeah, that's a new one, man.
Butch Moore, who pretty much runs the Stagger In on Sundays.
Right.
He's going to be doing 5 to 9 at Viva La Fiesta in Edwardsville.
Nice. Then we got the Against the Grain comedy show hosted by Doug Morris and Steve Stryker. We've had them on the show, a couple of funny guys. That's going on Saturday night, 9 p.m. at the Rhesus Brewery in Edwardsville.
Strings and Keys at Lyle's Tavern in Maryville. The Shirts at the Cabin at Judy Creek and Glen Carbon. And then the Wordy Gras lineup includes Beowulf from 1 to 5 with the Cheers Band. Following at the Yellow Dog in Warden. Then Blues and Grass going 1 to 5, and the Gusto 6 to 10 at the Rustic in Warden, and then Whiskey River, Kenny McPeak's band, from 4 to 8 at the Legion in Warden, all going on during Wordy Gras, and what a fun time they're going to have with that.
That little town is going to party on Saturday night, and if you haven't been up to Warden, man, it's just right off 55 at 140 there or whatever, right there. So man, it's quite the party they have going on there every year.
And to wrap up Saturday, Flip Side at the Legion in Kane on Saturday night. Cabin Fever way out in New Douglas at the Sweetwater Saloon. And Lofty's Comet over in St. Charles at a place called Rootbound.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Man, those kids do a good show. I saw them a couple weeks ago when they were at the Jamming at the Springs. And fun guys, young kids who do some real good jazzy music there.
And on Sunday, Truckers and Naked Soul at Fast Eddie's, Come Closer Duo at the Eagles in Wood River from 7 to 10. NGK doing it out at Roper's Beagle from Roper's Regal Beagle from 2 to 5. Scott and Carl up at the Grafton Winery from 1 to 4. Open mic with Butch Moore at the Stagger In every Sunday night. Rand Holting at the Cabin at Judy Creek and Glen Carbon. Mo Pleasure doing 3 to 6, followed by Drunk Karaoke at Doit's Village Inn. If they survive Shotgun Creek
right.
on Friday and Saturday, they will. It's Doit's.
Yeah, it's Doit's.
And then a local showcase featuring No Wake, The Intrusion, mild cartoon violence. That's it, mild cartoon violence. Brave New World and Inner Outline, 6:30 at Pops in Solid
So nice.
Heartland out at the Prairie Inn in Dorsey, and as always, more Experience Live Music Row.
There you go.
We need to skedaddle.
Yeah, let's get to this interview with Peanut and Special Ed.
Yeah, and if you can get out February 25th, perfect time to help a cancer patient, Jama McPeak. We hope you get out and help people. And 7 bands, we talk about it every week, Pigpen, how the bands donate their time, and this is why we got to support them when they're doing their regular nights. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's check it out. Riverbend Tylenol, the Big Z, brought to you by Mr. Matt Van Voorhis of Smart Choice, Mr. Donut Midwest Motorsport.
Whoever he wants.
It's like one business.
Yeah, whoever it is he wants us to brag about this week. Just keep paying us for doing, what are we doing again?
He doesn't want us to talk about him.
Yeah, well.
So we're going to talk about...
Because he's a super stud.
The Backyard Blues Band and a friend of ours who needs some help, Jama McPeak.
Yeah, we've
wife
had...
of Kenny McPeak.
We've had Kenny on the show, and Kenny's now doing the open mic night down at Martin's Tunes and Eats every week.
Yeah, he got her started. Now he turns it over to some other bands every now and again. And but we're talking about February 25th, Jammin' for Jamas. Jama's got some cancer issues and some financial issues. So what do bands do when friends need help? Pigpen, we volunteer our time. And that's why music and art is so important and why we show up every Thursday night to let people know to get out there and support.
local music and art, because as you say, that the artists always pitch in when the time comes. And unfortunately, we were just having the conversation off air that in the society we're in, you can work your whole life away at a good job with insurance, but there can still come a time when you need a benefit. And it's sad that it is that way, but it is that way. And this time has come, February 25th, and we're asking everybody to get out. It's happening at the Moose in Wood River, which nice building, big building, plenty of parking at the building, so no reason to not go.
Joining us from the Backyard Blues Band, Peanut, the bass player.
Hello.
What's up, Peanut?
What's going on, guys?
We don't know yet. We're going to find out.
All right.
Also the Barber of Seville. It's not Seville.
Well, the barber of Rosewood.
Rosewood.
There you go. Rosewood Heights corner cuts. You're a barber there?
Yeah.
So hairstyling.
Yeah.
What could you do with my mess?
Probably make you happier than you are.
I don't know, man. Like, could you make
I
it?
cut his hair, and he's got long hair still.
I want it to, be like art. I don't know what I want. I don't want it to do anything. I'm too
referring-
lazy to get a haircut. That's all that is.
He's referring to Eddie Fancher, who's also joining us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harp and crooner.
Special ed.
Yeah, I'm not a crooner, man.
Well, you're not a singer either. So.
No, I'm not a singer either. I'm a harmonica player who tries to sing.
Okay.
I'm not a singer who tries to play harmonica.
Yeah. I knew you'd
Steve
straighten me out.
Tyler and
Yeah,
Mick
right.
Jagger.
Yeah.
Those guys are great singers who try to play harmonica.
Okay.
Pay to hear you sing, Steven Tyler, not play harmonica. No.
That's true. Like Bob Dylan, oh man. He's the butcher of the harmonica.
And I don't know if you've ever heard him play piano, but an amazing piano player.
Now that wouldn't surprise me.
Just an amazing
But a
piano
terrible
player.
harmonica player.
Yeah, well, my biggest issue with his early harmonica albums is that it is too loud on the recordings, because I've taken a lot of those old Bob Dylan albums and put them in a DAW and lowered the harmonica part just so I can listen to them without having to reach my knob over, because he comes in.
That's because he plays with one of those things that's got it right there.
Yeah,
Because he's
yeah.
still playing. He plays like guitar and sings and plays harmonica, which is that in itself is pretty incredible.
It
But
is.
concentrate on one thing, master it, and then move on.
He like I say, amazing piano player, and his backup band. Whew, those guys are out of sight too. So
Probably one of the best songwriters of our time.
yeah.
And the backup band, I mean, those guys. Whew.
Dude, they're one of
Come
my
on.
they're one of my favorite, and that's actually I was never a Bob Dylan fan. I was a Deadhead, was out on Dead tour, and everybody's listening to Bob Dylan, and the Dead are playing Dylan tunes, and I'm like him, but I'd listen to his albums and go, I just don't get it. And my buddy said, "How can you love the band so much and not like Dylan?" And he played Before the Flood or whatever, the Wake of the Flood. I can't remember what the album is where the band's backing him, and I immediately fell in love with all things Bob Dylan. And then who else? He had Tom Petty's band backing him for a while, pretty good, also. But yeah, the band are out of sight, man. One of my
Levon
favorites.
was a genius.
Levon was the heart and soul. Matter of fact, when Dylan paid them to be the backup band was when he first went electric, and he was getting booed off stage. And every night he paid them to get booed off stage, and Levon couldn't take it. He couldn't take it, even though he's getting paid the same. And he quit and went to work on an oil rigger in New Orleans. And as soon as the contract was over, the rest of the band quit Dylan and went and said, "Hey, Levon, come back up." And that's when they bought Big Pink, the house where they recorded not only the album Big Pink, but all the basement tapes with Bob Dylan.
Wow, I never knew that.
So this is another sidetrack of that, right? Dylan got another drummer. They got rid of him. They bring Levon back, so they got the band back together. Dylan's missing them guys so bad, but he's got contractual obligations to tour and do these things. He gets in a motorcycle wreck that hurts him just bad enough that he doesn't have to tour, and then he buys a house down the road from them. And they, according to like Rick Danko and Garth Hudson and them guys, they said they'd be working on their songs and he'd show up every day. Hey, I got some songs, guys. Want to work on them with me? Like Dylan was chasing those guys. Like, man,
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, but that's not what we're here to talk about, though. We are not here to talk about Mr. Robert Zimmerman.
Yep.
Levon Helm. I could talk about him all night, but we're going to skip past that and get back to
Talking about Jama.
Well,
Jama McPeak, we introduced Peanut, the bass player, and Eddie Fancher, the harp.
Yeah, they
Special
call me
ed.
Special Ed. You call me
Special
Special
ed.
Ed, man. That's easier than Eddie Fancher.
Right. From the Backyard Blues Band, who are putting on the benefit with Eddie's girlfriend actually leading the way there, and you and her doing that. But missing in action from your band, we must mention Danny Harrison, the drummer, Dave Scott, the guitar player, and everything else played by the coach, Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson, the coach.
He
We got
plays.
another nickname for him. I'll tell you off air.
Okay. He plays dobro,
You
though.
don't have to tell me. I got a tattoo.
Yeah, he does play a dobro.
Yeah. What else? A little bit of everything, right?
Plays bass. He plays rhythm. We do Sunshine of Your Love, and we do a double bass on it. Peanut lays the rhythm down, and Jimmy does a lead bass. Sounds pretty good. It's got a lot of
Nice.
thump to it, especially with the toms. Like Danny's beating them on like Ginger Baker, so it sounds pretty. It thumps. It thumps.
Nice.
So
Lot
tell
of
us how this all come about that you decided to put on this benefit for Jama.
Well, I've known Kenny for a long time, and this is the third time that James has gone through something like this. And Kenny's helped us out with my band. You know, he gave us a set of drums and told me, he said, "Hey, man, whatever you want to do with these, you can do with them except sell them or give them away." So I'm like, cool. So they've been sitting in my house now for about 3 or 4 years. And like I said, I played music with Kenny before with Chris Belden and Pat Berrigan and in Kenny's tool shed behind his house before he built this great big huge monument to himself, the man cave, you know. But yeah, he's done this for so many other people, played music at so many other benefits. I was talking to my girlfriend, I said, "Hey, you know what we ought to do?" And she said, "Have a benefit for Jama." It was just like we were both thinking at the same time. And I said, "Yeah." I said, "Let me call Kenny and get his permission because I don't want to step on the man's toes and make." And yeah, Kenny was a little bit floored, and yeah, you know, made him pretty happy.
Yeah.
Let's say the least.
And just to give a shout out here, the aforementioned girlfriend, Mary Ferris.
Mary Ferreras.
Mary Ferreras. That
Right.
is. Mary Ferreris. She also takes care of like the digital end of things.
She's
for
taking care of all the computer work, and everybody's been calling her, and she's been referring them to, you know, who gets business donations, who's getting baskets, who's getting the liquor for the wheelbarrow full of booze, and
Right.
the raffles, and the silent auctions, and all of that.
Even the
The
bracelets.
bracelets.
Oh, look at that.
That's Chris Doolin. She's been taking care of the bracelets. She's also taking care of the T-shirt ends of it. We're selling T-shirts. So a lot of people have stepped up, and a lot of people have done a lot of great things. I'm so proud to be from Roxana High School. Everybody just...
Yeah, definitely. And we got bracelets over there. What are the bracelets for?
They're jamming for Jama bracelets. They're $2 a piece.
Okay.
And all the proceeds go to the McPeaks. So, yeah.
There you go. And that's everything that's raised for this
All of it,
event, right?
all of it's going to Kenny and Jama. Every bit of it. Nothing goes to anybody else. We were going to start a GoFundMe, but they wanted a percentage of what they took in. I'm like, no, we ain't going to do that. We're not going to do that. So everything goes to Kenny and Jama. Whatever we bring in, run a silent auction, the raffle, the 50-50. All the bands are donating all their time. We got a guy that's going to donate his time and cook outside for us. What's the name of the bistro that's doing it? I forgot the name of the bistro. Gosh,
All
yeah,
right.
man.
We'll think of it.
Yeah, I'll think of it.
It'll come to you.
It will.
Yeah.
It'll come to me here in a minute.
Yep. So what are the other bands playing?
Yeah, we got Gabbie.
Yeah, Gabbie,
legendary
the real
Gabbie.
deal. The
Right.
Gabbie,
Yeah.
the legendary Gabbie. That guy's been playing music longer than anybody
Yeah.
around here.
Longer than Dylan.
Yeah, no,
Right?
I think I think Gabbie toured with Dylan at one
Probably.
time. I think he did.
He was in the band.
He may have been. He's something else.
Taught Hendrix how to play.
My buddy Gabbie's something else.
But everybody knows Gabbie, and he's going to kick things off at noon.
Yeah,
So the party will be hopping right off the bat.
right. Because he's going to get everybody going pretty good. He'll
Yeah.
get the whole. Once this thing starts at 11, then the music starts. I think it's either noon or 1. I should have came. Is it noon? I should have came better prepared, but I'm an idiot.
It's a
You're doing
party.
great. You're doing great.
Yeah.
Party starts at 11. You knew that much.
Well, yeah, that's when it starts. It gets over at 10.
Okay, there you go.
And we play from 8:30 to 8 to 9 or 8:30 to 9:30. I forget, man. I think
Right.
it's 8 to 9. I don't know,
Yeah,
or 8:15 to 9:15. So
right. So you
I'm a
got
musician sometimes, so I forget stuff, man.
Gabbie kicking it off. Then Pat Sylvie
Yeah, Pat Sylvie's got a blues band he's going to be bringing.
and the infamous Colossal Wreck.
Yeah, Colossal Wreck. That's Chase McPeak. That's Jama and Kenny's son. He sings in that band.
Yeah,
They're a good bunch of young musicians, man.
Did you have them on one time?
you have
we've
Colossal
had
Wreck
members
on?
of them.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I feel like they almost got in a band fight on our show one time.
Did you have Mitch? Was Mitch the guitar player with him?
Boy, you're
Tremendous guitar player. This kid can play guitar, man.
I don't even remember what we're doing now, let alone what happened
I
last week or the
understand.
week
I
before.
understand.
But yeah, they feature what 80s and 90s music.
Yeah, they play 80s and 90s music. They play Black Sabbath, all that stuff like that.
Yes.
It is nice. They're good. They're really good.
You know who else is good? The Town Criers.
Tom Cryer's a really good. Larry Vanderveer's band, man. They're right in there, bud. They can play just about anything.
Yeah, and they'll come on, I guess, after Colossal Wreck or somewhere in there.
Somewhere in there. Yep.
Because you also got the Screaming Eagles
Yeah,
jam band.
Screaming Eagles. We got some good. We got some good musicians.
Yeah.
We got some good bands.
A
Any
lot
kind
of
of
these-
music you want to hear, we're gonna have. You can come in here.
A lot of these guys you can catch at Martin's on Sundays, right? Doing the
Absolutely,
open mic
the
with
open
each
mic.
other.
Kenny has a lot of these bands host, so it's a good time down there, man.
I'm not done because I didn't mention Whiskey River yet.
Yeah, Whiskey River. That's Kenny's band. They got a guy that plays fiddle. That's just, oh man, he's out of this world.
And Kenny McPeak makes a lot of noise too because
Yeah.
he's a drummer.
Oh, he
I
can
like
beat the cans. He's beat the cans.
Pigpen's firing his phone off over there.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
I'll tell you what I like
He's
about
popular, man.
anybody who's ever jammed with Kenny, man. He's so infectious and like just having a blast.
Oh,
And if you're not having a blast with Kenny, you are one stone, just a stone. That's all.
and if you can't catch his groove,
Right.
because when I sing or I'm playing, I know exactly when to come in just because of the way Kenny's playing. He'll change the beat or he'll lead me into the next verse or the next chorus or whatever, man. Just, I can know when to come in and when to go.
Yeah.
He's that smooth. Pretty smooth drummer.
He's played with a bunch of bands too over the years, including the Whiskey River Band,
Right.
and the list goes on and on. He's one of the
Climate
guys
band. He
that
plays
just
with Climate band.
he'll just fill in for a band too, like
Yep.
one or two times,
They'll call him up and say, hey, we need a drummer. Cause he's like, okay. That's why, he's played in so many benefits
Yeah.
for different people. And he got his daughter Casey to come in and she helps. And yeah, it's well past due for these people.
Yeah, definitely.
Good people who've done stuff for others that, this should have been done the first time she got sick instead of waiting until like fourth time she got sick, third time, it's not. There's no
Yeah.
question about it.
Yeah, she's been through a lot, and that's why it's time to step up to the plate for sure, because they battled on their own up until
Right,
now. So,
right.
and they're battlers. That's how they are. They're proud people. They're not going to ask for anything, but they're friends, like you, Eddie.
Yeah.
You know what's going on. So,
Well, that's because we play music, me and Peanut. Shut up, Peanut. I've had enough of your mouth.
There's been a pour out of people, wanting to help as soon as you just mention it to them. What can I do? What can I do? So that's been part of the wonderful part. And now we're getting along with people that all know one another that don't always see each other. It might have been 10 years or
20
5
years.
or 20 years.
There's
So
people
just bringing all those people back together
For a
that's
good
wanting
cause.
to help Jama, and that's for a fantastic cause.
That's why I said I've never been prouder to be from Roxana High School in my life, man, because these people are just, I haven't seen some of these people since I graduated.
Right.
You know, I'm an old man.
It
You know,
restores your faith in humanity.
It does, man,
People,
especially in this day and age.
Yeah.
You know,
So, I mean, you
well, the
see
Supreme Court's got to tell us where to go to the bathroom at.
Well, if they didn't, I wouldn't know where to
Exactly.
go.
I'd be going in the corner or something.
There's a nice aroma going on about, people helping.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good, man. It's a really good
Yeah.
thing. Everybody wants, because she's never changed. She's been the same. I've known her since junior high, and she was the same person in junior high as she is now. Hasn't changed one bit. Always been nice, always been outgoing, never met a stranger. She's just a good person, just like her husband, Kenny.
Yeah.
And, they raise their
And you
children
talk
the same
about
way.
Roxana High School quite a bit, and Kenny organizes the big Roxana reunion event that's been at
Belt
Belt
Park,
Park
yeah.
quite a bit.
We just played at it the last one he had.
That's a blast.
It was great.
That's a blast.
Yeah,
I played
a lot of
one
fun.
way back. Our drummer was from Roxana, so
Cool.
yeah. Went fishing, played a set. You know,
Yeah, you could, literally, yeah.
Up until here recently, everybody in our band was from the same graduating class.
yeah.
We got a guy now that's Danny Harrison's playing drums for us. He went to Roxana, and his mom graduated with us. So we kind of kept it in,
Next
kind
generation.
of kept it in the class of 80, but the next generation. He's a great drummer, too. So is
Yeah.
the guy we had before, Gary Kane. Gary Ridgway Kane, the killer.
Yeah. Now is all these bands?
AKA Big Daddy Kane.
Ridgway. We call him Ridgway.
Is there someone from Roxana in all these bands? This is like a Roxana band reunion too?
No, well, not really. There is
Well, you
there
got-
is somebody from Roxana in just about every band.
Yeah.
You got Gabbie.
Gabbie went to
There
Roxana.
you go. You got Pat.
Pat Sylvie went to
You
Roxana.
got Colossal Wreck.
They're mostly all rock. They were one of the
McPeak,
voices
yeah.
Roxana.
You got the Town Criers, which by the name, just saying,
Did Larry Vanderveer go to Roxana High School?
he didn't go to high school. He didn't even get his grade 10.
I'll tell you what, he's Kenny. Larry's Kenny's mentor. Larry taught Kenny how to play drums.
Yeah, Larry.
Yeah, he's a college guy.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but did he go to Roxana?
I'm not sure.
I need to get Kenny
But
on
his
the phone.
band name, the Town Criers, like as soon as you said that name, I'm like, for a second it hit me.
They've hosted Down Martins, too.
I'm like, Town Criers. Oh yeah, those were the guys who used to like. That was the original form of news. Like
Right.
like someone would run into town and everybody, Beth Dutton has syphilis, or whatever, whatever the news of the day was. They would just like that's what a Town Crier was. They would,
Paul Revere.
the British are coming.
Yeah.
The British are coming.
Never trust anyone who could spell syphilis right the first time.
Well, it's right on my prescription. Oh, wait. Oh, I get your jokes. And then you got the Screaming Eagles. Got a
Right.
Roxana guy in there.
I don't think so.
I think most of them guys
Guys
are
are
from
from
Bethalto.
Yeah.
But you know what? Those guys, listen.
CM
Rival.
But listen,
guy,
listen.
yeah.
Those guys came to us
There you go.
and said, just like the Town Criers, Larry Vanderveer came to us and said, we want to play.
Yeah, nice.
Not can we play, we want to play.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
So that was really,
Pour out of
great,
help.
man. Just
Seems like
because
just-
they come down to Martin's all the time
Yeah.
too. Kenny, they host and they come down. Brad and those guys come down and play. Man, and it's awesome, Jim. With those cats.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
sat
no,
in
for
with
sure.
them and Mr. The Cool Bensman, right, Jeff? I switched it on him. See how I did that?
Yeah, I was gonna I thought you were gonna say Andy. I'm like, is Andy?
My favorite's Mercedes Bensman. I don't know. Just
And then we know Whiskey River. There's nobody from Roxanne in that band for sure. So
Yeah, there is.
I'm just kidding.
In that band.
We're gonna get you a book how to pick up on sarcasm.
Kenny, no, I can pick up on
I'm
sarcasm.
just teasing you, man.
That's all right, man. I'm good.
That is Kenny McPeak's band, right?
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
So there you go.
That's
There
the
you
fiddle
go.
player. That cat, wait till you hear him play.
And all of you people have one thing in common. You know Coach Rach.
Yeah, Coach Rage.
that's true.
Charlie Rage.
Hey, the greatest high school football coach that isn't in the
Wow.
High School Hall of Fame.
He should be.
He should be.
Yeah.
Never won a state championship, but my God, that guy took guys peanut size and made them into middle linebackers. I mean, just intensity on that football team when he coached was just
That's
I knew if I brought up
That's why I
Coach
don't
Rage,
walk
I'd win
so
him back
good
again.
today.
Coach Rates. What
Oh,
a
yeah,
man.
Definitely. See, I'm an Eagle, but I admire Coach Rach more than any coach from my era, that's for sure. But I did get to do play-by-play with him, and that was really fun.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, it was
He
a
knew
good
football,
time.
that's for sure.
So, yeah, he was the color guy and, cluing everybody in on it. And,
Can't say that.
Yeah, you can. You're the one with the thought. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay. All right. It's a family show, man. It's all.
That's, John Madden, Charlie Rach was.
All right, so there you go. February 25th, the Wood River Moose, a chance to see a whole lot of good music and a chance to help some deserving folks. Even if you don't know the McPeaks, let it be known they are deserving.
I bet the Backyard Blues Band plays blues.
I don't think so. I heard they're polka.
Yeah, we play everything.
Yeah, I heard they're mainly psychedelic polka.
We know you play Sunshine of Your Love.
Right.
What else?
Oh, man.
Give us a little
I don't know.
sneak
Hoochie
peek.
Coochie
Hoochie
Man.
Coochie Man.
Oh, man.
Howlin' Wolf.
Ooh, there you
Allman
go.
Brothers.
Smokestack Lightning.
The Doors. You know, the Doors,
Nice.
people don't realize the Doors were a blues band when
Yeah.
they first came out. Their last album was all blues. It was
Paul
the best album they
Butterfield.
ever did. We do Paul Butterfield.
Oh, yeah.
We do his version of The Thrill Is Gone, if you ever heard that.
Right.
Not bad. We're learning the Ozark Mountain Daredevils.
Nice.
What's that song?
That's actually where I got the psychedelic polka from. Is
Soup Grande.
Soup Grande has a psychedelic polka band called the Garbanzos.
We're learning that you want to get to heaven. That's
Yeah,
what
Okay,
you want to
yeah.
get to heaven.
Yeah.
Jackie Blue's not about a girl. That's about a drug dealer down in the Ozarks.
Is it really?
Record company made him change it to a girl. Yeah,
I
it was
like
about
it.
a dude. Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I
we
got
got
a lot of useless facts in my head. I don't know anything that'll help this world in any way.
You are a world book of knowledge of useless information.
I'm an
We're-
encyclopedia of misinformation. It's
That's
probably
great.
closer to the truth of it.
And
We're
it's-
lucky enough to have Soup on twice.
Yeah,
Soup
Soup's a good
Grande.
dude,
So,
man.
yeah, great guy.
Not
Always
not
willing
only
to-
in the Ozark Mountain Daredevils. He sent me a stack of CDs
Yeah.
from different
Is
bands.
he
he's in.
is he a harmonica player, Soup? What is Soup?
He does it all.
Does he?
Mainly bass, though.
See, I was wondering if he was the one that did that opening riff in that.
Chicken Train.
No, not
Change.
Chicken
Oh, that's
Train.
a killer
I love that
song.
Heard it
song,
on
man.
that other song I was just
Wanna Get to Heaven.
Want to get to heaven.
Yeah.
He does
gotta
that
raise
riff.
a little hell, and then you go straight. You can medley that straight into Trooper. Raise a little hell, raise a little hell, raise a little hell. I'm just saying.
That's
Trooper
Trooper
was
that
good.
does like.
I
That's
think-
Trooper that
I
does
think
that.
Trooper did that.
I don't know what he's doing.
I thought that
over
was
there.
April Wine. If you don't like what you got, why don't you change it?
Why
The
don't you,
world
Pigpen?
is all screwed up. Rearrange it. Yeah, raise a little hell. Raise a
You
little
thought your
hell,
radio was
raise
broke
a little
before,
hell.
Pigpen.
No, man. Alligator Wine, Nature of the Beast. I did have that album. I'm trying to think of what alligator, or not alligator,
If anyone knows, call in.
Yeah.
Call Pigpen's house.
call us up at 555-5555.
Yeah.
It's every movie. The number's always 5-5. It's
Every
all
movie ever made.
You know why that is, Rob? Because that phone number doesn't exist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's actually Dick Cheney's
I
phone
often
number.
wondered that.
You know
Tell
what
you
5 makes
rehearsal
me think
earlier,
of?
Shut up.
5 makes me think of February 25,
Yep.
which is
Yeah.
jamming for Jama
Yep.
Jam
at the Moose
Yeah, that'll work.
with the bands Gabbie, Pat Silby, Colossal Wreck, Town Criers, Screaming Eagles, Whiskey River Band, and these guys, Backyard Blues Band.
Yeah.
That's us.
All the usual stuff at a benefit. For folks who don't know, there's usually a silent auction. You were talking about the whiskey, what'd you call it, the wheelbarrow?
Yeah,
Wheelbarrow.
wheelbarrow full of booze.
Right.
Yeah.
Be more booze in that thing than you could drink in a lifetime.
Yeah.
I doubt
We
it.
got bars stepping forward, donating. I mean,
So people go around,
you're just coming out of the woodwork to help.
bid on these items. If you're new to the benefit, you can pick up some really good discounts because a lot of these items are donated, so they go for whatever you're bidding on them.
It's silent
silent
auction.
auction,
You write
right?
down your bid and you hope it's the best.
We got baskets. We got
Raffles?
homemade barnwood
Raffles.
furniture. We got
50-50.
picture frames, neon lights, we're auctioning off guitars. I mean,
Nice.
Wow. Okay.
yeah. If anybody wants to donate or anything, let us know.
Okay.
I mean, we'll donate it. We tried to get a car, but it was kind of hard.
Fell a little short there.
Fell a little short on the car.
You got some place where people can go and if they want to donate, do that kind of thing?
Yeah,
or
they can go on Facebook and check out Jammin' for Jama on Facebook, and then get a hold of my girlfriend Mary, and she'll put you in the right direction. Everything, business donations go to Bill Forrester, and if you make a basket or any furniture or anything like that, up to a certain point, Bill's taking the stuff like that, and then after he can't take anymore, we got a warehouse that was donated where
Wow.
we're putting everything at, so hopefully we'll fill the warehouse. We got a month to fill the warehouse, or fill the warehouse and sell all these 50-50 tickets and make my friends some cash to help with some of these medical bills.
As many times as Kenny McPeak has went out there and helped people raise money, I think
Yep.
it's definitely
Yeah.
time to return the favor and
Pay it back, man.
And it all revolves back to one thing, man, music.
yep.
And that's the beauty of it. You know, he's a drummer. What does he do? He goes out and gives his music to other people to raise money to help. That's a beautiful thing. That's why we're doing this, because we're all capable of doing it, you know. All these guys know Kenny. Everybody on that list, everybody in one of those bands knows Kenny, has played drums with Kenny, knows Jama, went to school with Jama, you know, knows Chase,
Yeah.
knows the McPeaks. That's why everybody's stepping up, because
Right.
they're good people. You know, Jama's been in the healthcare industry her whole career, so she's given back, you know, her whole career has been in the healthcare. Same hospital, you know, 40-something years the same hospital. I mean, come on. Who does that anymore? That's dedication,
Definitely.
you know. Healthcare worker, that kind of dedication, and a guy who gives, you know, he works. Kenny has a job. He doesn't just play drums all the time. You know, he worked, he raised a family, and still found time to give of himself to others who weren't quite as fortunate he was.
Yeah, definitely.
So why not do this? It's a must,
Yeah.
you know. It's a must.
All you have to do is go to the Moose in Wood River, February 25th. What's the cost to get in the door?
It's free to get in, man.
Free to get
We
in.
can't charge you to get in.
So the all the money that's being made is made off of the raffle, off of the silent auction and donations.
Right, and the
So-
food. We're going to sell food. We got a bistro truck coming to sell food.
There you go.
So all the food, everything's going. Everything. Every dime made's going to Kenny and Jama.
There you go.
Nothing
And-
goes
and-
anywhere else.
And so if you think about this, if you're, you know, you get out there February 25th, you're going to get to see all this great music, and you're going to get to bid on these silent auctions, but also, you know, I mean, just donate a little something. Just, you know, it's just to help.
Yeah,
you know, so
when we first got
you
the
know.
bracelets, I was selling them at Martin's.
Yeah.
Had a guy walk up and just hand me a wad of 20s. And I go, hey, you want and just turned around and walked away. I could it was $100. Hand me $100. Didn't even want a bracelet.
right,
Just hand me $100. And the guy didn't look like, you know, didn't look like he could afford $100. You know,
Yeah.
but he came up and handed me $100. I'm like, damn.
Mhm.
Excuse me, can I say that on the radio?
No, you can pass
You,
on that.
you see how he looked right at me, real.
You can-
when he's like, he didn't look like he could afford $100, and he kind of looked at me like, you know, you
Well,
get
yeah,
it.
look at your hair, man. You need to see my buddy here.
This is one of the benefits of a benefit is what you're talking about, is how people
Yep.
can come out and help other people,
Yeah.
and you know
And have a
that's a real
blast.
charge.
Yeah, have
you
a
know.
great time.
That
That's the
also gets
thing.
your mind off of all these other things
Eat.
because you're focusing on trying to help somebody else.
Yeah.
Anytime you're feeling bad, there's nothing that can bring you up better than finding someone less fortunate than yourself and helping them. Because it doesn't
Absolutely.
matter who it is you feel, even if they're unappreciative, you feel good about what you've done, you know. And every time you're down, people, that's what you do. Just go out and help someone, and you're gonna feel better. And I can't thank you guys enough for stepping up and putting all this together for the McPeaks, who again, are very much deserving people and very good people, appreciative people. So
We're not the only ones that did anything, man. We're just the only ones brave enough to come here and sit with you two guys.
Well, I hear Mary Ferreras was scared.
Yeah, she's scared. She was scared to death.
Here's what I'm going to guess.
No, she wasn't.
Here's what I'm going to guess. Mary Ferreras was the only one smart enough to go on YouTube and watch the videos of what was going to happen. She's like, I'm not going to go down there. Talk to those two jackasses.
Yeah. She probably is.
Do it. She didn't even bother telling you.
She's been a major force in all of this, though, man. She put the Facebook page up because I don't know how to use a computer. I don't know how to use a computer. He doesn't know how to use a computer.
Oh, it's easy. Facebook on. Notify all my friends of my many accomplishments.
I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on any of that. You know?
Yeah.
She took care of all of it.
You seem more like an Instagram guy.
Not even on that, man.
I'm just teasing.
I just learned to text recently.
Hey.
You know?
Well,
Sounds like me.
No phone.
He doesn't have a cell phone.
I don't have a cell phone.
good for you. Good for you.
Yeah.
Well, when
great.
you cut hair, you answer the phone like 30 times a day.
Yeah.
If he had a cell phone, he'd answer it 31 times.
Yeah.
All right. Well, everybody, again, man, this is happening Jammin' for Jama, happening February 25th at the Wood River Moose.
You know, if people are out there thinking, I wonder if I know Kenny McPeak, think of a drummer you've seen that was dead in the pocket with the biggest smile on his face of any drummer around.
And a ball hat on.
And you've seen Kenny McPeak. That's right.
Always having fun, man.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
And raising money for folks who needed it throughout his entire career, and now that the McPeaks need your help. So get out there February 25th at the Moose in Wood River. Food, bands, whiskey, all kinds of liquor in that wheelbarrow.
We even got a Whiskey River.
We got Whiskey River.
Band.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
All right.
Might be able to float it in there.
Great fiddle player, by the way.
And again, the bands.
Gabbie, Pat Sylvie, Colossal Wreck, Town Criers, Screaming Eagles, Whiskey River Band, and yours truly here, Backyard Blues Band. Some legendary bands in there.
There you go.
Those bands play almost every weekend.
Yeah,
And they're all getting together for the McPeaks, and you should join them because, man, you talk about an afternoon of dancing.
Yeah, good times. Good times.
And
So,
fooding. Don't forget the food.
Yeah.
And drinking.
And drinking.
And I know there's a
And
list.
raffling.
Yeah, there's a list of people bigger than you could ever mention that helped put all this together. But big thanks to Rob Hayden, also, a.k.a. Peanut, and Ed Fancher.
Yeah.
A.k.a. Special Ed, for coming down and helping spread the word about the Jammin' for Jama, February 25th at the Wood River Moose. Can't thank you guys enough for your time that you put in not only playing, but helping put it together, finding a warehouse to store all the stuff, and like I said, I know you said there's a lot of people involved, but we don't know those people, so we're just going to keep thanking you guys. Anything else you want to let the people know about this event?
Well, not really, except just show up and be ready to have a good time, man.
Bring your smiling face.
Yeah.
Show
Leave
up
your
and bring a
problems
big
at the
smile.
door.
Yeah.
What do you got, Peanut? I see.
It's 11 to 10 at night, so maybe you can just find a spot during the day to come by. You don't necessarily got to be there all day. So
you can pop in
just
at any
pop
time.
in for a
Yeah,
little
anytime
while.
you feel like singing
Be
and dancing,
greatly
pop in,
appreciate
man.
it.
Yeah, starting at 11 a.m., going till 10 p.m. So
Right there above Walmart.
Right
You're
above
looking for the
Walmart,
Moose
yep,
in Wood
man.
River.
Yep. So there you go, man.
On top of the hill near
Yep.
Rosewood Heights, I guess.
The Rock.
Right on
Right?
the edge.
Yeah.
Yep. Again, big thanks to our guests here, Peanut and Special Ed, for coming down and telling us about the Jammin' for Jama. Thanks to our sponsors, Halpin Music Company and Matt Van Voorhis, who buys his cars at Smart Choice Auto. I almost said Special Ed Auto.
I should,
Get your own
man.
car dealer, man.
That
Yeah.
could.
I'd buy a car from him.
Special Ed's Discount Autos.
That's
Plant
right.
seeds
Your discounts
over
in the trunk.
Here we go.
There you
Entrepreneurs of the Riverbend talent
There
here
you go.
on the Big Z. Brought to you by the Halpin Music Company and by Mr. Matt Van Voorhis. Well, let's see, whatever he decides.
Mr. Donuts, we'll say.
Right, okay.
Last Mr. Donuts in North America, right here in Godfrey.
Yeah.
Big thanks to everybody out there in the listening area. Remember, please get down there February 25th to the Moose. And in the meantime, just get out and support local music and art.